before we get into this bullshit that we're about to watch, I want to heavily encourage that you stick around to the end of the video. If you're not interested in what I have to say throughout the video, skip to the end of the video. There's something very, very, very important I need you to see. I hope and pray that you heed this message because it would do a big service to me. And if you're a Washington fan, it will do a big service to you. So stick around to the end of the video. Let's get into it. Man, first things first, RIP to the legend, Dick Butkus. Unfortunately, he passed away today. One of the greatest defensive players of all time, no question. So I want to start off on that note. Rest in peace to him. The Bears put on for him tonight, and it is what it is. You know, prayers to his family, to Bears fans, Bears alumni, everybody who knew him. Prayers to y'all. My condolences. Number two, good game to the Bears. Congratulations to the Bears fans. Played a hell of a game. Came out and punched us in the mouth early. Came out firing, knew what they wanted to exploit on our defense, and they got right to it. They didn't beat around the bush, and they did what they were supposed to do to a team with the weaknesses that we possess. Our linebackers, our secondary, apparently our defensive line, our whole team. They exploited our whole team. It is what it is, right? But now that all the good sportsmanship is out the way, now that I got all the the formalities, the good shit, the happy shit. Congrats to y'all. Y'all won fair and square, no excuse. Y'all busted our ass. This is less so about the Bears. Oh, yeah, by the way, congratulations to Justin Fields and to DJ Moore. Bouncing back. I don't think they really proved the haters wrong, but they put something on TV, on film to show that it ain't all on them, right? We all knew Justin Fields was talented. Me being an Ohio State fan, I root for Justin Fields. Personally, DJ Moore coming out of Maryland, that's the area. We know DJ Moore. We know he could ball. They fucked us up tonight. Congratulations. Enjoy the win. Not taking nothing away from y'all. No hate from me. This is more so about my squad. Now that we got that out the way, Commanders. Let's call it what it is, right? I just paid all that respect to the Bears. At the end of the day, they were 0-4. They hadn't won a game in over a year. Okay? They were in the middle of a complete fucking meltdown. They didn't know who to blame it on. Matt Eberflus, whatever the fuck his name is, Luke Getsy, Justin Fields, the receiving core, the O-line, D-line, the secondary, the whole team was just losing everything. It was the end of the road. If they lost tonight, jobs probably would have gotten lost. We would have probably been responsible for benchings and firings. Instead, we provided hope. Don't make no mistake about it. The Bears are not a good team, but we are a worse team. We just lost 40-20. Okay? Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, it's time to pack your bags and it's time to get on out of here, bro. It's time to get on out of here. Josh Harris, I know you will not see this. There's no chance in hell you will see this. But on the off chance someone related to Josh Harris sees this, someone who happens to walk past the man on the street, please show him this. Please let him know Ron is not the guy. Ron should have never had the power he has to be the GM or whatever. I understand the circumstance surrounding him coming here. That ship has sailed. Dan is gone. We can hire somebody reputable now. People will want to come to the nation's capital and fix this. They'll want to be the ones responsible for getting us back to where we need to be. Moving on from Ron Rivera, I'm gonna talk about him more throughout this video. Jack Del Rio. You have nothing but blue collar talent on this offense. on this defense. 4 first-round picks on the D-line. You have 1 first-round pick in the secondary that we just wasted a pick on. Ron Rivera. He's a miss. He's not a bust. He's not a bust. 5 games. But so you can't bench your first-round pick. That can't be a thing. Your second-round pick doesn't even play. 2 of your other picks are on IR. All right? You refuse to invest any capital, any premier capital in this offensive line. And to their credit, they played well tonight until the end when there was nothing to play for. So, whatever. But they got no push in the run game. We got pushed around the whole first half. We were down 27-3 before half. And speaking of halftime, I'm going to let this video play because this intro is getting long. And we all saw the game. So it's not really much to... Like, what is Benjamin St. Juste doing out there? Derek Forrest, Percy Butler, our whole team is just It's sickening to me. And I'm sorry, I'm checking my phone because I'm getting text messages from everybody I know about this game, and it's like, bro, I watched the game same way y'all watched it. But moving on. What even was my point? I forgot what my point was, but I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna start a new fucking rant because I have a lot to talk about. Oh, halftime. Ron Rivera gets asked the question. What did you say to your team to rally your team to come out after the half and provide a spark? You know what this goofball said? He said, I allowed the players who went down 27-0, fucked up play call, by the way. Terry McLaurin was just in the backfield. I allowed the players who dug this hole for themselves, 27-3, to talk amongst themselves at halftime. And if they want to, if they have any fire at all, they're gonna get this figured out themselves. That's what our world-class head coach said. It's time to go. It's time to go. The honeymoon phase is over. It was nice. You know, he came in, was battling some tough circumstances. Obviously, you know, his health. Dan Snyder, not really much talent to work with. He came in and we made the playoffs. And we've regressed every season since. And it's bad because we've added talent every season since. But we've also added players who don't belong on NFL teams. And if they would be on an NFL team, they would be serving as a practice squad member or as depth behind the second string at their position. Cody Barton cannot start in the NFL. Exposed all night. Exposed all night. You could hear it on the broadcast. They said the Bears came out with an intention of attacking the Washington Commanders linebackers in pass coverage because they noticed where we're weak. Emmanuel Forbes, 1 missed tackle in the play. 2 missed tackles in the play. He's too little. DJ Moore, gone. Hell of a game by DJ Moore. Like I said, shout out to DJ Moore. Shout out to Justin Fields. Y'all came and y'all whooped our ass. Y'all played a good game. I have nothing negative to say about the Chicago Bears outside of the fact, I mean, your record says what you are. You're 1-4. But I do believe y'all are better than us. DJ Moore over our best corner, Kendall Fuller. Everybody had a bad game. It wasn't just Forbes, for the record. For those of y'all who get on my ass in the comments about giving Emmanuel Forbes a hard time, it wasn't just Forbes. It was St. Juste, it was Fuller, it was Butler, it was Forrest. Cam Curl didn't get his name called tonight, which is a bad thing. Danny Johnson came in and played like the best corner on the team after Emmanuel Forbes' benching. Timely penalties. An inability to run the football. Receivers not getting open downfield. And despite, you know, the sack numbers not being, you know, especially bad, they got a lot of pressure in the first half. Everything went wrong in the first half. Everything you can imagine. The Bears dominated this game on all fronts. Offense, defense. They did whatever they wanted against this supposed top 5 defense, right? We're the worst defense in the league, and it's time to call a spade a spade. We are the worst defense in the league. We just conceded 40 points to the worst offense in the league. So, it is what it is. I don't know what... listen, I don't pretend to be... I don't pretend to be this big X's and O's guy on here, right? I don't pretend to know everything about everything when it comes to football in terms of scheme and, you know, all that shit. I mean, I know a good amount. I know what I'm looking at. But, you know, I'm not going to come on here and try to teach you the game of football, right? So I don't know if it's... That was defensive pass interference, by the way. We got lucky on that. I don't know if it's guys on the D-line playing independent of one another. I don't know if it's just... I don't know if the guys are compromised by injury. I know John Allen was hurt coming into the year. The guy that we didn't want to pay, Chase Young, is the only one making a play. Like, just things were going wrong. Khalil Herbert got hurt. Otherwise, he probably would have went for 150 on the ground. They put in a fullback. Once their other running back went down, I think. And the fullback was still getting like 3-4 yards a pop. Fields was never a bad quarterback. Fields, all the noise surrounding Justin Fields, he was never the issue to me. Sure, he missed, you know, a wide open touchdown up the seam earlier in the season. It happens. The talent's there. A lot of circumstance surrounding it. I guess we can get into the positives. Antonio Gibson played well. Sam Howell deserves better. Sam Howell deserves a defense that gives him a shot to figure it out. Because Sam Howell played well enough to stay in this game. Sam Howell played well enough to stay in this game. When you're playing against a team who struggled as much on offense as the Bears, you shouldn't have to score 30 points to tie the game, you know? We put up 21. Not 21, 20. Even if 20 is not enough to win, that should be striking distance against this team. So Sam Howell, bright spot if you ask me. Chase Young played decent. Antonio Gibson played decent. We don't get Terry McLaurin involved nearly enough against anybody. I mean, coming into this game, who's on the Bears? Like, were any starters in the secondary playing? That was the play that Khalil Herbert got hurt. Were any starters in the game for the Bears in the secondary? How do you not force feed Terry McLaurin the ball? Look what DJ Moore is doing to you on the other side. EB, that's a big fumble. Who knows what would have happened if we scored this drive, but big fumble. Who knows what would happen if we just force feed Terry the ball? I'm sure Terry can't be as covered as we're making it seem he is. There's no way. He's too good. He's too good for me to believe that he's just getting put under lock and key in a damn seatbelt by every cornerback room he faces. Hell of a throw, hell of a catch, way to stay in bounds. Game not over at this point. Game not over at this point. Sam Howell. 10 straight passes, 10 straight completions. It was a point where he reached 16 straight completions. Sam Howell played well in the second half. You didn't even peek at that blitz. I don't know what happened there. It was such delayed pressure. That's another thing. I'm glad that just kind of sparked my memory because I'm gonna pause it real quick. As good as this defense is supposed to be, right? And this is how you know it's not necessarily on, the players still have to go out and make the plays. I'm not absolving them of blame. The secondary played fucking terrible tonight. Forbes got benched for crying out loud. Benjamin St. Juste got beat like a drum in the first half. Kendall Fuller was he was in phase a lot of the times, just wasn't making plays at the catch point. When you look around the league and you look at some of these defenses and how creative their coordinators get in delaying pressures, disguising coverages, late rotations on the back end, just things to make Sam hold the ball for that extra second so this bad offensive line can give up pressures and sacks. We don't do that. We're so vanilla on defense in Washington, and on paper, we're as talented as anybody. So it makes no sense. It makes no sense why we're this bad. We don't disguise anything. Quarterbacks know where they're going with the ball before they snap it. It's easy. Forbes, you gotta. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, because Kendall did the same shit. Did the same shit to ice the game later. That's 2 pick sixes we should have had. Coming out of college, your calling card, Emmanuel Forbes, was that you're a playmaker and you had the most interceptions returned for touchdowns in college football history. That should have been one of them in the NFL. Those late curl routes where, yeah, you got beat, but you made up for it. You made up for it enough to at least get a hand on it. This can't happen. Oh, and by the way, he was not out of bounds on this play. It should have been 34-14. From what I saw, he was not out of bounds. I can be fair at saying that. Last week I said Terry was inbounds, so was DJ Moore. They did pick up a flag on what I thought was an obvious defensive pass interference against Terry, but we made up for it the next play, so that play didn't really have any bearing on this game. Look, Sam is just back there just slinging it. Cole Turner probably has a touchdown. We wasted an extra minute or so, but we still got in the end zone. We still got in the end zone. Weak-ass dance team cheering for us in the background.
Snap a little low, field throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Moore, broken up there.
We got off the field. We got the ball back. You got to get points here. Good start. Good start. 2nd and 9. Also, it was a hotly contested subject on Twitter I saw when we kicked the field goal to make it 14 instead of going for it when we had 11. I think you kicked that field goal. I don't think you even risk not making what would have been a 2-score game at the time. Like, I'm fine with taking the field goal there because you're supposed to be able to trust this defense, right? You look at this defense, you're supposed to be able to trust them. I'm fine with making it a 2-score game and keeping yourself in the game. I'm not mad at Ron for not going for 2 there. I mean, going for it there. What a throw by Sam. What a damn throw. This was the play directly after the missed defensive pass interference. So, you know, like I said, no bearing. If you get in the end zone here before this 5-minute mark, you're in good shape. I think B-Rob has to let that fall, hit the ground. That's a forward pass. You know, like I said, in the moment, it's tough to make that split second, you know, high IQ play. But this is what killed us right here. This was the game right here. Clean snap, clean hold. And he just hooked it. Ended the game for us. There's one play. I think it's this play right here. He's staring at it the whole time. We gambled. Should have been a pick 6. DJ Moore high points it. Excellent ball placement from Justin Fields, little bitch ass. And we score, and we get out of here. Listen. Good game from the Bears. Horrible fucking game from the Commanders, and I need wholesale changes. Ron Rivera has to go. Take Jack Del Rio's little punk ass with you. Promote Eric Bieniemy. Put me at defensive coordinator. I'd be better than Jack Del Rio. You'd be better than Jack Del Rio. It doesn't matter who replaces Jack Del Rio. Get him out the fucking building. Josh Harris, please watch this video. Fix it. Too much talent on this team, and we're wasting players' primes. We're wasting their prime. We have to start paying these guys. We're going to lose one of our first-round edge rushers. We're going to. Either because we can't afford them or because at least one of them don't want to be here. We've missed on the vast majority of our fucking first-round, second-round picks since Ron's gotten here. Take control away. Free agency. Cody Barton, Charles Leno, Andrew Wiley, Nick Gates. What are we doing? What are we thinking? We refuse to address linebacker despite our propensity for putting them out on the field and giving them, like, bro, they play such a large role in our defense, and we just continue to neglect them as if our 4 down linemen can just save the world. We missed on our first round corner. We don't address our O-line. But we got a quarterback back there who has talent. We finally got a quarterback who can play, and we can't keep him upright. Get Ron out of here. I'm looking around the league, and it's draft classes everywhere. Up and down from round 1 to 7, they're contributing. Our second-round pick doesn't play. Our first-round pick got benched. 2 of our mid-round picks are hurt. Our first-rounders don't show up to play. Jahan is a good, he's a hit. Brian Robinson's a hit. Sam Howell's a hit. Cole Turner's a hit. But, like, we need difference makers. We need stars. Our biggest star precedes Ron Rivera. They got to get figured out, man, but it starts with coaching. This loss is on coaching, and we're not going to get better until coaching's better. So, like, I don't know what else to say, man. Good fucking game, but, bro, like, I don't know. All right, so I've created a petition on change.org. Get Ron Rivera out of Washington. My Washington fans and any other fans of any other fan base that wants to support our universal desire to get a younger perspective into our coaching staff, or even promote from within and get Eric Bieniemy that shot. Please don't hesitate to sign this petition. I'll leave the link in the description. And if you wanna help us out a bit, feel free. That's gonna do it for me though. I'm going to bed. I'm pissed.